Hi everybody, this is Jeff from the library, and we're going to talk today about how to use folders within EBSCO. So I've done a search here. I have some results here, and kind of a neat thing, if you don't want to read over all the articles, you can grab a few articles and put them in the folder. See what I'm doing here? Add to folder, add to folder, add to folder. And I don't have time to read all these right now, but I'm just going to add these to folder. Okay? And I could run as many searches as I would want to do and add as many things as I would like to the folder. And then later I could go back to the folder. See right up here where it says folder. And I can click on this folder. And then when I go here, those articles that I wanted to look at are in here. And I can open up any of these directly from the folder when I have more time to read the articles. So now that's great. The only problem is when you close this window, when you leave this EBSCO session, these articles are not still going to be there for you. So unless you want to use all these or print them out all out right in this session, using the folder that way kind of has a limited usability, because as soon as we're done with this session, the articles are going to be gone. Now there's a solution to that. What I would recommend, let's go back to the regular search here. You can create a specialized sign-in within EBSCO so that you have a folder that lasts as long as you want it to last. And at any time that you sign into the database, you can sign into this higher level and get to your articles. So notice right now, if you look here, when we go to the folder, right now I have, what did I set aside? So I set aside those 5 articles. But that's all that's there. Notice this is all empty over here because this is just a general folder. Now if I click sign in up here, and I type in my username, because I already have one, and I'm going to show you in just a few minutes here how to set up your own username and password. Now when I log in to my special folder, notice it says my EBSCO host over here, Jeff's folder. It knows it's me. Okay, so I've got those 5 articles here, which is nice. They remembered. It assumed that I'm the same person. Then over here, look at all these subfolders. I have all these subfolders I've set up for articles I might want to use in the future for papers or research I'd done in the past. And if I click on any one of these, I emptied that folder. Let me go to my Roswell folder. There's 8 articles on Roswell. If I click on that, then it brings up these articles I had found. And let's say this was something I was going to do ongoing research on, and I did this one paper on it, but I'm thinking this is probably something I want to do further papers on too. I don't want to have to do this search again to find these perfect articles. I've just got them saved, and any time that I want to use these articles, I can come back to them. And notice I have all of these folders over here for all sorts of research I might want to come back to later. And I just click on them, and it brings them up. So how you would do this once you're signed in is you would just, let's say you wanted a new folder, you would just click new. Then what are we going to call this folder? So I'll call this my autism vaccine folder. Okay, and then just save that. Now I can take these articles here, all those 5 autism and vaccine articles I had, and I can just move those to my autism folder. Now I've got a lot of folders in here, so I have to scroll all the way to the bottom there, and then it moves them all into the autism vaccine folder. And then when I want to come back to that at a later date, there it is right there. And I can bring up those articles again. So it's pretty easy to use. And so how you do this, I'm gonna sign out here. So we go back to just the normal look here, and I'm going to go back. So if you haven't done this before, you haven't set this up, what you can do, you can just go to sign in, waiting for this page to completely load. There we go, sign in, and then you can just say create a new account. So you click right there where it says create a new account, and then you just fill in all your information here, and it's kind of like creating a free email account. And it's pretty easy, and that's how it works. The nice thing about this also is that if you transfer to another school or go to another library, any other place that has EBSCO, your sign-in will work at the other school's subscription for EBSCO as well. So you could use this as long as you want. There's a lot of other neat things you could do within the folder. You can create web pages for yourself of articles. You can save searches. You can do all kinds of interesting things. But I think that it's enough just to save the articles and come back to them. Sometimes I use the web page feature. If you want to learn how to use that, send me an email and I'll show you how to use that as well. But I think for now that gives you a good idea of how to use this. And if you have any questions, as always, let me know. Call me, drop by the library, or send me an email. And until next time, this is Jeff signing off.